Have you ever wondered who the guy is singing in this video?
Yeah, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
All right, go ahead.
Chestnuts roasting on their open fire.
That's it, yeah.
Do you feel captivated by his presence? I was really curious, and as the holidays are just wrapping up, I have spent my time off being productive by researching a random guy on TikTok who sings random songs, but is especially known for Christmas carols as of lately. So stick around and I'm gonna go over who this man is, why he's interesting, and why the internet thinks he's so interesting. His name is Anuc Atittawan, and people find Anuc interesting because he is a pretty good singer, but who is most commonly known for singing Christmas carols as of the last couple weeks, but he has a very unique accent and a distinct appearance, which I think captivates a lot of people.
You better burst up, you better not cry.
Little up all night telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
I think there's definitely a fine line of things such as laughing at or with someone, and Anuc seems to be a pretty good sport, even jokingly adopting the nickname Chestnuts, as this is a spelling of how he kind of pronounces chestnuts, like when they roast on an open fig. Oh, fire. I saw a comment that said he inserts an R into every word in the song except fire, the one word that has an R. Also, the guy that says, yeah, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Someone said this man is God trying to be disguised as a human, but I don't know, I think Anuc kind of fits that description as well. Assuming the accounts I've looked at are real and not impersonating, Anuc seems to be Italian and Thai, so English isn't his first or second language, which is awesome. Being multilingual is super cool. He lives in Italy, but I don't know much more about him, but I think this explains a very unique accent, and also I think why some of the songs he sings have kind of awkward pauses in them. I can maybe accredit to them not being part of his culture and languages and whatnot. The first time I saw a video of his was someone saying, I asked my Argentinian friend to sing me a Christmas song and this is what he sent back, which I'm just going to assume was someone lying on the internet. I can't believe I actually found a screenshot of it. I thought I was totally misremembering, but yeah, as far as I know, his name is Anuc and he's Italian and Thai, and lives in Italy, not Tomas from Argentina. I wouldn't doubt someone is pretending to be Anuc using the name Tomas and using Anuc's looks and videos and whatnot, but it's just such a funny way to find out who this person is. For me, I think the accent is captivating, but I feel more he has a very distinct look and really unique eyes. And I feel often we're sharing a very intimate moment in a lot of the songs he sings when there's an error in the timing or an awkward pause. Also, what color exactly are his eyes? Like, I guess they're blue? He kind of reminds me of Neji from Naruto, or those memes when you talk to someone with blue eyes. I will reiterate though, I do think he is handsome and whatnot. I don't know if I'd say it's more unconventional, but it's hard for me to not sound like I'm giving some kind of backhanded compliment.
The girl thinks she's pretty.
I agree with her. I think she's pretty too. Pretty pathetic.
But he does have very chiseled features, and looking through comments of what people think about him, I would say the feedback is pretty good, but you know, the internet is so ironic and post-ironic that I guess you just have to make your own conclusions. I feel like this is an interesting phenomenon since memes and fads and creators are cycled in and out at a rate it seems faster and faster than ever before. Like, I was going through old Instagram likes and I filtered by like the first things that I liked or viewed basically, and I'm like, who is Sharkeisha? And then I remembered the video again, but like in 2013 things like Sharkeisha or Shovel Girl were like, I don't know, a month or two maybe. That could just be speculation, but if we want to make this video very educational and prestigious, we need to insert the Andy Warhol quote, in the future everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. And I agree, like, I got 5 likes on a tweet one time. You should, like, follow me and subscribe to me so I can have my 15 minutes. Nah, I kid, but actually do it though. Anyways, I think while he has a very distinct look with really bright eyes and a chiseled face, it's nice that most feedback and media online is more so positive and fascinated rather than making fun of in any way. Like, it's the holidays, come on, be nice. And the memes and videos that have come about with him are, like, kind of odd. Like, this one I've seen that people say is, like, the first concert to be held in Bikini Bottom.
Marshall, hello, Marshall, hold me in your arms, baby.
But it's just such an odd format for a video. Like, yeah, there's a lot of videos where you can insert someone singing or just a picture of someone, you know, like being power washed behind dirt or something like that, you know. But this one is really unique to him, it seems. It's just so funny in a way. On that topic, there are a few funny and interesting videos I've seen of him singing, like him singing Fly Me to the Moon, and it uses the visuals from the ending of Neon Genesis. Oh god. Evangelion? No, I'm kidding about that one. Okay, that show Shinji is from. They used the visuals from the ending Shinji is from. That Netflix was too cheap to use when they put that show on their platform.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among their stars. Let me see birds playing is glad Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me.
And some of them, like the Wheel of Fortune guy and him, seem to be sharing some kind of like symbiotic relationship. So moving more on to the topic of why I think people find him interesting, he's a really nice, charming guy, and this makes watching his videos a lot more fun. I saw a comment today asking him to sing some Chief Keef, so it'll be interesting to see if he does build from here and take fan requests and whatnot. I think we could see him remain popular or relevant for a longer period of time if he does more things interacting with fans, especially with an app like TikTok in which you can interact with anyone on your own videos or sing with them and duet and whatnot. I guess examples I can think of for people that have kind of maintained social media relevance are like the Fortnite Battle Pass guy, although he seems to kind of resent that video, so I don't know. So, to sum it up, if you've been wondering who the Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire guy is, his name is Anuc. He's from Thailand and lives in Italy, and the internet seems to be somewhat captivated with his distinct accent and his look, more specifically his chiseled features and bright eyes. People are often fascinated by accents, which does come off as a bit prejudiced in some ways, even though people often find accents attractive, and I'm sure there are people who are attracted to his accent. I don't know, it can maybe come off as a little bit either prejudiced or objectifying, but honestly with this situation I think it's all kind of just in good fun, and Anuc is a good sport on it as well, so it's more so you know, a wholesome situation, I guess you could say, a wholesome chonking situation. Yeah. I asked him some questions on TikTok and I feel so awkward messaging him like, what are your hobbies, or trying to bring it more into like, I guess what my channel wants to be about. I asked him like, what's your favorite animated show? Like, god, that's so cringe on my end and on me, you know. But like the worst part is he liked the message but didn't respond, which is the equivalent of someone who can't really hear you and says haha yeah. And you know, I should specify I don't expect any response or anything, you know, like that is not owed to me in any sense. But it was just, I just wanted to bring it up because it was kind of funny, because when he likes it and doesn't say anything, it makes me think of the moments in some of his songs where he just kind of stares and smiles, and it's like, you know, he's looking into my soul at this moment and judging me. And that brought me to one last point I wanted to mention about what I find so interesting about his songs is I think his kind of unconventional accent make me really more hypersensitive to judge like what the hell is actually being said in these songs that we've taken for granted for so long. Like, what the hell does that song say? Jack Frost nipping on your nose? Does it say nipping on your nose? So stupid. I hate the term Jack Frost. Yeah, okay. After he says chestnuts roasting on an open fire, he says Jack Frost nipping at your nose. But I don't know. The term Jack Frost nipping at your nose is just so weird to me. Like, all I think of is that little demon from Shin Megami Tensei, Jack Frost nipping on your nose. I think if someone with a more conventional accent sang that, I would probably not think anything of it. So, Anuc is exposing the deep state of Christmas carols and whatnot, Alright, much love, Anuc. I'm hoping for nothing but the best for him. I doubt I'd make a follow-up on this, and this isn't really the type of video I'd like to make very commonly, but maybe in a year he'll come out with some hot fire on Spotify and I'll follow up. So yeah, I'm gonna go roast some chestnuts on an open fire. I'll talk to you later.